Welcome to my store. Next, get the edge off it.
That was easy.
Well, high tech, remember? We do things professional.
At least when you look at it, it's easy.
Yeah. Oh, I make everything look easy. Well, not everything. My son laughs at me when I do certain things. Okay, then you cut the silicone out. Okay, make sure you get all of the silicone. Brand new razor blade makes life real easy. Okay, then you get some newspaper. And if you put it down too low and you get it wet, just take it the other way. Okay. Alcohol. Don't drink this stuff, it's not good for you. The other stuff's good for you though. Okay. You kind of get the cloth all soaked up in it, because you don't really want to get it into your fish tank. So you have it in the cloth. And you clean that joint out nice. Then you clean up your piece of glass. The tape there, take that off. So you want the thing all nice and clean. So you start hanging on to it with pieces of newspaper. That way you don't have to worry about the grease on your fingers. And how long is that going to be? And make sure things don't fit. Let's take the water down a little bit more. We'll use a bucket.
Oh, there's a fish inside. There's a fish inside. Oh, okay. It's going here.
Well, there's fish inside.
It's not going down the drain.
Oh, no, like the vulture spot. Whatever in there. They needed some water. Okay. Back to drying it up again. Squeaky clean. Alcohol. See, the reason for the alcohol is to make sure that there's no residue of grease or anything left on the glass that would interfere with the silicone sticking. And once again, we clean this up. See, if you don't take the sharp off when you start running it around through your hands, you cut yourself, and that hurts a lot. Okay, so we're going to set that there. Silicone. Okay, get as close as you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to start down here, and we're going to put our bead right in the corner. You know, in my life, everything rusts. So everybody wonders where the boy got the red hair. I just tell him rust. Don't be difficult. Okay, and then you put a nice thick bead, a little more on the one side where you're going to put the flap. That's in there. Then you take your piece of glass, hold it with pieces of paper. Now you can hold the bottom corner so that you can swing it into place. And then you just kind of shove it into both sections. Okay, you see how that's in there?
Yeah.
And then you wiggle it. You always wiggle it. Then you run your finger up the bead. Wipe that off on the bottom. Run your finger up the bead.
And you're right, there's no air in between.
Well,
No
that way you can
bubbles.
see through it and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, then for pretty making, you take your razor blade and you shave off the excess. So you always want to use lots and lots of silicone because it's neater and tidier to put it on and then take it off than it is to not put it on and then try to put it on after. And then you shave it off of here. Shave it off of there. Then you kind of mold the bottom. Always have lots and lots of stuff to wipe your fingers off on. Okay, and then you make the bead nice and pretty with your finger. As long as you did this all in like 3 or 4 minutes, you can still work this stuff. After about 10 minutes, it gets a skin on it, and it doesn't work so easy. So, there you go. Now we'll let this sit for a while. It'll get a skin on it, and then once the skin's on it, we can fill the tank back up. If it was a structural leak, you can't do this. You have to let it sit for at least 2 days, 3 days, whatever, to cure, because it's a pretty good joint. But when it's just a physical leak where the water's running through, it's not going to hold the tank together. This will keep the water from leaking out. When the silicone cures, it releases acetic acid, which is vinegar. Vinegar is also made from rotting plants. So it's a natural product. It will not hurt the fish. We put extra carbon pads in to take any out that's there. And there you go. Don't do this at home, but if you want me to do it, give me a call. Okay? Bye.